Seth Rollins sends huge warning to Roman Reigns after backstage incident. WWE drama unfolds. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In a stunning turn of events, the WWE Universe is reeling after a shocking backstage incident has ignited one of the most volatile feuds in recent memory. The architect has spoken, and the message is crystal clear: Roman Reigns, watch your back. Seth Rollins has just issued a massive warning to the tribal chief after an explosive altercation backstage that left tensions boiling, alliances crumbling, and the future of WWE shaken to its core. Stay tuned as we break down every detail of what went down behind the curtain, why Seth Rollins has finally snapped, and how Roman Reigns could be walking into the most dangerous chapter of his career yet. This is the full story behind the backstage chaos, the warning, and what's next for the Bloodline, the visionary, and the very soul of WWE. Backstage incident. What really happened? It was supposed to be a routine night, a WWE live event in Boston. The arena was buzzing, the superstars were prepping, and Roman Reigns was scheduled for a brief segment alongside Solo Sikoa. But everything changed after an unexpected and untelevised backstage incident that blew the lid off of WWE's fragile power structure. According to multiple insiders, Roman Reigns confronted Seth Rollins backstage just moments before the main event. While the cameras didn't catch the confrontation, eyewitness accounts confirm the situation escalated rapidly. The argument reportedly started over creative direction. Rollins, who has been growing increasingly frustrated with the new Bloodline power grab, especially since Paul Heyman realigned with Reigns, voiced his concerns directly to Roman. But Reigns wasn't in the mood for diplomacy. Eyewitnesses described shouting, shoving, and then silence, as Solo Sikoa stepped between the two former Shield brothers with a cold stare, daring Seth to make a move. Security intervened, but not before Rollins was heard saying, "You think you run this place? This isn't your empire anymore, Roman." The tension was thick, the locker room divided, and the situation could have exploded if Triple H himself hadn't stepped in to defuse it. But make no mistake, something changed in Seth Rollins that night. He walked away from that confrontation with a fire in his eyes not seen since his betrayal of the Shield in 2014. Seth Rollins speaks out, the warning. The next day, Seth Rollins posted a cryptic message on social media, a simple black screen with white letters. "Roman Reigns, you are no longer untouchable. I'm coming." That was followed by an emotionally charged sit-down interview released on WWE's YouTube channel, where Seth didn't hold back. Here's what he said: "Roman thinks he's this untouchable force. He walks around like he owns WWE, like he owns us. He doesn't. He never did. And if he wants to pretend this is still his yard, then he's going to find out the hard way that the visionary sees everything, and I'm done watching from the sidelines." Rollins continued, his tone sharp and deliberate. "I carried this company when Roman vanished. I bled for that ring while he was hiding behind suits and catchphrases. But now he wants to come back, throw his weight around backstage, and pretend I don't exist. Nah, that's not happening. Not this time. You want to act like the tribal chief? I'll show you what happens when someone burns your island to the ground." The message was clear. This wasn't a rivalry. This was war. History of betrayal. Why this runs deep. To understand how personal this feud has become, we need to go back. Way back. To the Shield. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns didn't just start on the same path. They built the path. Along with Dean Ambrose, they were the most dominant trio WWE had seen in years. But everything changed when Rollins betrayed his brothers with a steel chair in 2014. And while Roman rose to stardom as WWE's handpicked star, Seth fought tooth and nail for every accolade, and for years, he was always a step behind. Despite their tangled past, there was always a mutual respect, even if it was buried beneath jealousy and bitterness. But that respect is gone now. The backstage incident and Roman's newfound arrogance have reopened old wounds, wounds that never truly healed. Seth sees Roman's dominance as a betrayal of everything they once stood for. And after Reigns dismissed Rollins during a promo 2 weeks ago, saying, "I built this empire. Seth just painted the walls," Rollins decided it was time to tear the house down. Locker room divided. The aftermath of this feud isn't just affecting Roman and Seth, it's dividing the WWE locker room. On one side, you have loyalists to the bloodline, including Solo Sikoa, who has remained eerily silent but is always in Roman's shadow, enforcing his will with brute force. On the other side, stars like Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and even Sami Zayn have quietly shown support for Seth Rollins, reportedly praising him backstage for standing up to the ego trip WWE has become. Triple H is said to be furious, not at Seth or Roman specifically, but at the situation spiraling out of control. He knows this feud could implode WWE from the inside if left unchecked. But Triple H also knows this is money. Ratings gold. He's torn between protecting the locker room and letting this war play out in the ring. The big question now, will WWE contain this storyline, or will real-life resentment bleed into every segment, every match, and every title picture? Paul Heyman responds. Paul Heyman, ever the strategist, responded during a recent Raw with a scathing promo directed at Seth Rollins. "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I represent greatness, not insecurity, not bitterness, greatness. Seth Rollins is a phenomenal performer, but he's not Roman Reigns." He continued, "Seth may be a visionary, but Roman is inevitable. And when it comes to wars, my tribal chief doesn't fight them in hallways or on Twitter. He finishes them decisively." The promo was met with mixed reactions, some fans cheering the tribal allegiance, others booing what felt like thinly veiled corporate favoritism. But Heyman wasn't done. He warned, if Seth Rollins keeps poking the bear, he's not going to like what wakes up. Because when Roman Reigns finally answers him, it won't be with words. The gauntlet has been thrown. And Paul Heyman may have just guaranteed bloodshed in the ring. Plans for SummerSlam. While nothing has been officially announced, multiple sources suggest that WWE is eyeing SummerSlam as the battlefield for this colossal clash. Imagine it. Seth Rollins vs. Roman Reigns. One-on-one. No titles, no gimmicks, just unfinished business and unfiltered rage. There are also rumors of a possible Shield reunion tease to lure in fans. But insiders say don't hold your breath. Dean Ambrose, now Jon Moxley, is long gone in AEW and isn't expected back. Still, the marketing machine is gearing up. Leaked promo concepts suggest WWE is considering the tagline, "Brotherhood burned, Empire exploded," and there are whispers that Rollins may debut a darker persona, dropping the flashy suits and maniacal laugh in favor of something grittier, more dangerous. This won't be the visionary versus the tribal chief. This will be Seth Rollins, the unchained animal, against Roman Reigns, the self-proclaimed god. And only one will walk away with their pride intact. Fan reactions. Dramatic shift to fan commentary. Tweets read aloud. The